An historic Grand Prix day for MotoGP. We're going to be lights out here in India, and Grand Prix racing is go at the Bird International Circuit. What a dream start from pole position by Leopard Honda's Jaume Masia, the number 5 bike. Going backwards at the moment is Matteo Bertelli. Scott Ogden trying to go around the outside of him in the first corner. Sasaki straight up into second spot.
Dennis Unchu did make progress on that first lap from the back of the grid. He's up to 21st place, but he's not made the progress he hoped for, as Holgado is in the centre of a storm there into turn 1. He was side by side there with one of the CIP green power machines, and he got sent wide. So Salvador at the inside of Holgado, who's now fighting back into turn 3, and he got that all wrong too.
Yeah, Unchu then straight away. Come on, there's a big high side.
That's Kelso, I think.
Big high side. It's Joel Kelso. He's lost his visor, trying to squeeze the power on to get the slingshot down that 1200-metre back straight. Big high side then for the Aussie. Let's check the lap times of the top 2 men, Masia and Sasaki. Again, the exchange, fastest laps of this Grand Prix. The slightly quicker man once again was Sasaki, a 1:59.493. Bertelli, Moreira, Toba and Via behind them, also able to get themselves into the 1:59s as well.
Oh, it's Bertelli down, unfortunately, into turn 1, so any hopes of that first ever Grand Prix podium have now disappeared for Matteo Bertelli. Real shame for the Italian, who is out of the Grand Prix. His teammate Romano Fenati didn't even start it due to injury, and Bertelli out on lap 4.
Down the 1200-metre back straight. Ahead of him there are Toba and Via. That's the battle for the final place on the podium. You can just see there, briefly at the top of your picture, Sasaki and Masia, who are long gone. Alonso then does pick up some slipstream. So in turn does Via. He made this move previous lap, didn't it? Into the podium places, then goes the Dutch teenager on the brakes into turn 4. Clinically done. Via up to 3rd.
He'd just been given a track limits warning at Diogo Moreira, so one suspects that he didn't heed the warning. As we see Ricky Rossi now getting up the inside of Ivan Ortolo. Ortolo in the last lap was one of the fastest riders on circuit outside of that leading 3, but it's not really done him much good on this lap as Rossi now moves through into the top 7. So we've got both of the 658 Squadricorsa Hondas now inside the top 7 in this Grand Prix as we pass half distance.
Yeah, he'll see that now on the dashboard, Moreira, won't he? His heart will sink, having worked so hard to keep himself in podium contention. Along that penalty now has to serve. Sasaki has just set the best lap of this 16-lap Grand Prix of India. Furusato on the inside of Moreira into the first corner. That's going to push him back inside that top 10. 59.472 from Sasaki. They're keeping that gap back to Via around 2.5 seconds, 2.6 seconds. I don't think Via is going to be able to get himself back into this victory contention, as Masia got great launch, great drive on that Leopard Honda coming out of that low gear turn 3. There's nothing that Sasaki can do to even pick up some slipstream here on that Husqvarna. It seems like the general feeling is that in the hot and humid conditions, the Hondas lose less power. They're less affected engine performance-wise than what the KTM, Gas and Husqvarnas are, and that seemed to prove there, didn't it, as Masia got a superb slingshot down that 1200-metre back straight. The crazy boy. Could be sending the Japanese fans crazy if he is the world champs leader, going to Motegi. Credit as well to Toba, who has responded, perhaps with the reference of Via ahead of him. That's helping him at this stage of Grand Prix, because he was comfortably back in the mid-159s himself on that lap number 9, and that's keeping him right in contention for his first podium since Qatar 2022. Old Tayo Furusato is not able to celebrate his career best qualifying. He was in that top 10 for so much of this Indian Grand Prix, but he's now gone down at turn 4.
Is this what happened to them on the previous lap that cost them all some time, as Holgado tried to get up the inside of David Alonso? Is he going to send a pair of them out wide? No, clean enough through turn 4, but they've lost some serious touch. Alonso knew he could look behind him because he knows that there's no hope of catching anyone up ahead of him.
That was just Holgado getting a massive slipstream. He had 2 bikes. He was behind Rossi and Alonso and just took full advantage. Furusato has rejoined this Grand Prix, but Holgado there taking full advantage, maximising the slipstream to full effect, and just blitzed through on Rossi and Alonso. So he's up into 5th place. This is a real good rescue job, this. What a salvage operation this has been so far from Holgado. Tatsuki Suzuki. What a horror show he's had here.
Well, I think he's gone down with Scott Ogden, so the pair of the Hondas have gone down together, I think, at the final corner. So Suzuki, who was coming from the very back of the grid, and Ogden, who'd started towards the front, they've met somewhere down at turn 14, or turn 13 by the looks of it. Both of them down together, so Ogden and Suzuki out of the race. The sole Leopard Honda remaining in the field now is over a second clear at the front as we watch Tatsuki Suzuki. Jaume Masia's lead is now 1.1 seconds.
Happy 26th birthday, Tatsuki. Oh, it's Ogden. Ogden has the big high side. That was nasty. That was really nasty. Scott Ogden losing the rear then, getting the power on. Thankfully, Suzuki's Leopard Honda, which carried on down the grass on the outside, it didn't come back onto the circuit, but Ogden losing the rear there, nothing that Suzuki could do about that.
The 71 leads the 95, but I only think it'll be a few more meters before Colin Veijer moves up into second place. Of course, he missed out to his teammate in Austria on a first podium by half a bike length. Surely Veijer is just going to have to go for this.
Not this time around at turn 4, although he's almost running into the back of Sasaki. The differential in their speed and pace at this late stage of this Grand Prix. This is so important in terms of the championship. As it stands right now then, Sasaki is Toba's going through on Veijer.
That's the problem.
You just wonder, don't you, whether Veijer was trying his best to protect Sasaki, who goes wide again through turn 5, but Veijer trying to potentially protect Sasaki. Toba just got the better speed and comes on through, and now Toba can set about attacking his fellow countryman Sasaki.
Well, now we're on the final lap. You bet your life that Colin Veijer can help his teammate now. They'll be desperate for Veijer to get in there and get past Kaito Toba just to give Ayumu Sasaki a little bit of protection on this final lap. This was where Toba took Sasaki last time around, but he wasn't able to maintain that around the final lap. Once again, you'd expect him to go for that inside line down the back straight. There's nothing Sasaki can do here. He's just got it absolutely pinned as Toba pulls alongside him once again up the inside into the second place. But again, Sasaki does his little best to fight back, and he regains it again.
The Japanese riders, they go side by side, they rub shoulders, they rub elbows. Who's going to come out the better of this one as they go to turn number 5? They're 3 abreast now. Side by side goes Veijer. Sasaki on the outside, now then Veijer.
No!
I thought he was in prime position there to help defend Sasaki. Sasaki though wide through turn 5. On the exit, up towards 6 and 7 then, one of the fast chicanes here at the Bull International Circuit. Masia, your runaway race leader, he's 5.5 seconds clear. Now Veijer on the inside of Toba, and that could be crucial. Can that be the decisive moment? Veijer now surely will go into protection mode against Ayumu Sasaki. Toba had the big scare, didn't he, going through turn number 8 and 9? What's Veijer going to do though? Is he going to launch on the inside of Sasaki? Wow. You bet he is.
Well, Toba just had to jump out of the way there because Veijer sent it into turn 8. A brave move from the Dutch teenager. So what does Veijer do now on the final lap? He lets his teammate back through again, or just Sasaki is taking.
They make contact, and Veijer goes down on the outside, and that's going to cost Ayumu Sasaki the World Championship lead. High drama, late drama here. What an unbelievable finish to this inaugural Grand Prix of India. Jaume Masia is your runaway race leader. He's a historic first ever Grand Prix winner at the Bull International Circuit. But what drama unfolded directly behind him? It's Kaito Toba that benefits from the late drama, the late controversial collision with the Liqui Moly Husqvarna teammates. Sasaki does take the checkered flag in 3rd place after the late contact from his teammate Veijer into turn 12. Holgado then takes 4th, Alonso 5th, Munoz 6th place, Rossi, Ortola, Nepa and away to your top 10. What an incredible finish though.
The Honourable Industry Minister of Uttar Pradesh, the region with which this Bull International Circuit takes place, he hands over the race-winning trophy to Jaume Masia, who produces a masterclass at the Bull International Circuit. He now joins Daniel Holgado at the top of the World Championship.